Hello there guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and on this video I am going to be giving you an update on some more transfer news, keeping up to date of what players are linked with Manchester United like I do on a regular basis. So I am going to be giving you a bit more additional information on Jadon Sancho, because there's a lot of positivity that's come out regarding Jadon Sancho. Then after that topic, I am going to be giving you the latest news on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. I've also been negotiating about him on a regular basis. Then after that, I'm going to be giving you the latest news on Thomas Partey from Atletico Madrid. And I'm going to reiterate some of the stuff that I did mention on my video yesterday night regarding Thomas Partey. So let's start with the news on Jadon Sancho. So according to the German press, this has come out from a few media outlets. They have said that Borussia Dortmund have told Jadon Sancho that he can leave in the summer transfer market, providing that their asking price is met. Now, Dortmund have said, they do want at least £100 million for Jadon Sancho. Some reports have said, they want around £120 million. But either figure would make Jadon Sancho a record signing in the Premier League, and it would make him our most expensive signing and the most expensive player in British history. Now, obviously, we went back to, was it last week, like I updated you, and I think a lot of Manchester United fans updated you, it was stemming from the Sun. And I know the Sun isn't a reliable source, but it did say that, we'd agreed personal terms with Jadon Sancho. And it said everything had been agreed except the fee. So it said, we'd agreed Jadon Sancho's lengthy contract. It says, the wages had been agreed, the bonuses had been agreed, and his huge buyout clause had been agreed. But it just said, the fee hasn't been agreed and that. Obviously, don't forget the Borussia Dortmund sporting director recently came out and he said, Borussia Dortmund do remain relaxed over Jadon Sancho's future and that. And actually, it did say, was it last week, that Borussia Dortmund believe they can convince Jadon Sancho to stay with them. And it says, Borussia Dortmund were willing to offer Jadon Sancho a one-year contract worth around £9 million a year, which would make him Borussia Dortmund's second highest paid player behind Marco Reus. This is, what it had basically said. If Jadon Sancho is sold in the summer transfer market, Manchester City will benefit from it, because I think Manchester City do get around 15% of the transfer fee, because there's a couple of clauses in his transfer deal from, Manchester City, to Borussia Dortmund and that. It did actually, say back in 2017, this is before Jadon Sancho went to Dortmund, we was close to getting Jadon Sancho and that. But, definitely now would take him at Manchester United. Don't forget, it did recently say that, we are planning to sell around 5 players in the summer, because obviously, that will increase our transfer budget, plus to fund a move for Jadon Sancho. This is what it had said. And don't forget, Ed Woodward had put Jadon Sancho's move to Manchester United in doubt. Reflecting on, the comments he had said last Friday, because Ed Woodward did say to a fans forum that, he insists, we will not do business as usual in the summer transfer market. So what it means is, we will not spend hundreds of millions of pounds on that. Because like I've said to you before, a lot of teams are under financial pressure due to this coronavirus pandemic and stuff like that. But, basically, as Ed Woodward did rule out big transfers to Manchester United, but Jadon Sancho is our priority target. And I did, outline a couple of the reasons, why it would be beneficial for Manchester United to recommend Jadon Sancho in, is because he's well proven in the Premier League. Because before he was at Dortmund, he enjoyed a couple of years at Man City. But the main explanation why he had to leave Manchester City is because he didn't get enough first team opportunities. Before he was at City, he began his career with Watford, and he was at Watford for several years with Jadon Sancho. And plus, Sancho's got a really, really good friendship, with Marcus Rashford and that. And Rashford did reveal that he wants Jadon Sancho at Manchester United next season. But I think Jadon Sancho would go well alongside the likes of Rashford, Greenwood and Martial in our attacking line. Don't forget, it did reveal last year that Borussia Dortmund had inquired about, getting Mason Greenwood. as part of a swap deal of selling Jadon Sancho, but we've got no intentions of letting Mason Greenwood go. And another beneficial thing about us recommending him in is that he is predominantly a right winger. And don't forget, Manchester United are in search for a right winger. And Sancho is only at the age of 20, so still very, very young. Now, Jadon Sancho's been at Dortmund around, 3 years now? I think this is now his third season with them. And I've got to say, since his arrival in Germany, he has been a revelation. Got to make that admission. Dortmund only paid around, was it £8 million him from Man City back in 2017. So Dortmund selling him for £100 million or £120 million. Either way, they're going to make a huge profit on the player. Now, obviously, his valuation's persistently grown, reflecting on his good performances for Borussia Dortmund. And I think, if we can get the player on the board, Man United will be determined to offer him that number 7. Because, we have got number 7 vacant at the moment. And like I've said before, we've had a lot of good number 7s up and down the generations. But there again, our recent number 7s haven't been so good. They haven't been so good, our recent number 7s. We had Sanchez, I think he was our last number 7. Before that, we had Memphis Depay. But Sancho would operate very, very well in the number 7 role. But like I said, Tino, we have been in negotiations with Jadon Sancho's agent, for at least the last 2 or 3 months. We've been working on his contracts for quite some time. Also, Fabrizio Romano's come out and give his verdict on this, and he believes, Jadon Sancho will cost quite a bit of money, to convince Borussia Dortmund to offload the player. Back in February, it come out from Sky in Germany saying that Jadon Sancho does want to leave Borussia Dortmund and that. But yeah, so he has had a long-running transfer saga. We're not the only club that have been in for him. Like I mentioned, Chelsea have been in for him. I think Sancho did reveal that he is a lifelong Chelsea supporter. Liverpool were in for him. I don't think I don't think they're no longer in for him now though. Real Madrid were in for him, but they're no longer in for Jadon Sancho. And he did say, quite a few weeks ago, if we was to fail to qualify for the Champions League, then Jadon Sancho will reject a move to Old Trafford, because don't forget, we was relentlessly linked with him last year. But the main explanation why we didn't get Jadon Sancho last year is because, we had no Champions League football to offer, plus there has been a lot of uncertainty over Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's future and that. So Jadon Sancho to Manchester United now is definitely on, because Dortmund have agreed that they'll let him go, providing that their asking price is met. But even, this coronavirus crisis, Dortmund do remain ruthless over their valuation. I think some reports have emerged out saying they have slashed their asking price. There was reports coming out the other week saying, we believe we can buy him for half of the transfer fee than what they're demanding, which is around 52, 53 million. But no, that's not true. But yeah, so that's the latest news on Jadon Sancho, and yeah, nothing much more really to say on him. Now let's delve into the news on Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang from Arsenal. Now, we have been keeping you up to date of what's been going on with Aubameyang on a regular basis. Now, Arsenal are set to lose Aubameyang, because don't forget, the other week Aubameyang asked Arsenal if he could leave. Now, I've been reading some reports regarding Aubameyang today, and actually, some reports are contrast to others. I've read like Team Talk and the Daily Express, and they said that Aubameyang could still make a shock decision and sign a new contract with Arsenal. But obviously, there's other reports saying that, he's not going to be signing a new contract, because it recently confirmed that Arsenal have pulled the plug on contract talks with Aubameyang. Actually, Aubameyang's father has actually not advised his son to sign a new contract with Arsenal. Arsenal's asking price has been revealed for Aubameyang. Arsenal do want around £30 million for him. So he is a very, very cheap solution, is Aubameyang. I think he's worth at least double than £30 million, to be quite honest with you. He's probably worth in the 60-odd or 70-odd million pound range. Of course, Arsenal did pay £56 million for him from Borussia Dortmund back in January 2018. So Aubameyang has been at Arsenal for over 2 years. But Arsenal would want to cash in for Aubameyang this summer, rather than letting go on a free transfer in the summer of 2021, because that's when his current contract does expire. Now, Arsenal have come to accept the fact that Aubameyang wants to leave, so they are in the market looking for an adequate replacement for him. Yes, they are. But yeah, he's, going to definitely, I think he's going to leave Arsenal as a Aubameyang. But, there's been quite a few clubs that have been interested in him. Don't forget Chelsea have been in for him. Chelsea, could actually, get him on the board. Real Madrid, Barcelona have also been relentlessly linked with him. My club, Manchester United, have been in for Aubameyang. You know, and don't forget, we have done business with Arsenal in the past. Like I said, we got Sanchez from them back in January 2018. We got Robin van Persie from them back in 2012. But yeah, and I really, really do like Aubameyang a lot. And for Arsenal, he scored 49 goals in 75 Premier League appearances. And he's got 61 goals in 97 appearances in all competitions. I think he's one of Arsenal's highest paid players as well, because he is on like £200,000 a week. He's Patrick-Emerick Aubameyang. But he's predominantly a central striker, but he can also play him out wide. But you see the best of him centrally. And Aubameyang, can play, play on the left, and I think can play on the right, yeah. And he's 30 years of age, or is he 31 years of age? So Aubameyang is aging up now. Inter Milan, of course, have been in for Aubameyang as well. I think it said recently that, Aubameyang was talking with some of Inter Milan's players. It did actually say recently that Inter Milan are emerged as the favourites to sign Aubameyang. So, yeah. I've already, been keeping you up to date on some of Arsenal's transfer news, and I give you the news regarding Willian recently. Arsenal are reportedly leading the race for him. I think they're also in for a Celtic player, so Arsenal have got quite a few players on their agenda. But, we're in search for the striker because, we're looking for an adequate replacement for Romelu Lukaku, because Lukaku did leave the football club last summer after he endured 2 years at Manchester United. Lukaku scored 42 goals in 96 games for us in all competitions in the 2 years he was at the football club. But he went to Inter Milan last summer. We got around £72 million for him, but we failed to get an adequate replacement for Lukaku. We also need to get an adequate replacement for Herrera, because we didn't get a replacement for him last summer when he left the football club and that. But definitely, we do need a centre forward. Of course, I was talking to you about Harry Kane, was it a couple of weeks ago now? We're not going to be getting Harry Kane on the board, so I am going to fully disregard that, because Solskjaer's come out and outlined a couple of reasons why he doesn't want us to get Harry Kane, because one, too expensive. Tottenham said they wanted a world record fee of 200 million. Plus, he believes Rashford's just as good as Harry Kane. So, yeah, I can't see, Harry Kane coming to Manchester United. Maybe we will get Odion Ighalo on a permanent transfer. I think we probably will, to be quite honest with you, because it'll only cost us around £15 million to get Odion Ighalo on a permanent transfer. So, yeah, he is a cheap solution. Obviously, we've got him on loan at the moment. His current loan spell ends on the 31st of May, as does Odion Ighalo's. But there was reports saying that, we could extend his loan till the 30th of June due to the coronavirus pandemic. But Ighalo's enjoyed a good start to his Man United career. He's got 4 goals. He's in 3 starts for the football club. And he has been a very, very good cover-up to Marcus Rashford. But it's not fully assured that we're going to get him on a permanent transfer. But Solskjaer did make an admission, and he did say we could decide to get Ighalo on a permanent transfer, reflecting on how good he's done. Plus, he is a lifelong Manchester United fan. So there you go. Now, let's delve into the news on Thomas Partey. So, I gave you the news, didn't I, on Thomas Partey yesterday night. And this was stemming from Sadiq Adams, who specifies on African transfers. And he actually, said that Thomas Partey's preference is to join Manchester United. And he's actually, said to Atletico Madrid that he does want to leave, and he's got no intentions of extending his contract with Atletico Madrid. So these were the reports that were coming out yesterday. And I think, we would take Thomas Partey at Manchester United. Of course, he is a defensive midfielder, is Thomas Partey. He is a defensive midfielder. I think, he has been a long-serving player for Atletico Madrid. I think this is now his 8th season with Atletico Madrid. He's been an Atletico Madrid player since 2012 as, Thomas Partey. I think he's in his mid-20s. He's like, 25 or 26 years of age. So he has still got a lot of years ahead of him. But yeah, reportedly, he does like, the links to Manchester United. Thomas Partey did make this admission and stuff like that. But I definitely take him at Manchester United. I really, really would. He's a very, very good player. Atletico Madrid have been in talks over getting Thomas Partey a new contract. I think, they're willing to double Partey's wages from 65,000 to 130,000 pounds a week. And it did say his release clause would rise to around 90 odd million pounds if he was to sign this new contract. His release clause in his current contract at the moment is around 43 million pounds. And Partey has got a contract with Atletico Madrid until 2023, I think. So he's still got like 3 years remaining on his contract. Now, obviously, Arsenal have been relentlessly linked with Thomas Partey as well. So let's put that into the equation. Now, Arsenal, of course, do want Thomas Partey, and because obviously, the likes of Lucas Torreira, Xhaka, and Guendouzi, have not lived up to expectations, so Arsenal are in search for a holding midfielder. Now, reports were coming out last week saying, that Arsenal have been in talks with Atletico Madrid for quite some time now over getting a deal finalised. Actually, Thomas Partey's father's advised him to leave Atletico Madrid, and his father did confirm that Arsenal have been in talks with Atletico Madrid, but actually Thomas Partey's agent did deny any talks with Arsenal last week. And he said Arsenal could only sign Partey on one condition, and that's if they get qualification for the Champions League. And Arsenal are sitting 9th in the Premier League. They are 8 points, I think, behind Chelsea. So it's looking very, very unlikely that they're going to get qualification for the Champions League. And don't forget, Arsenal are not in the Europa League in that. But yeah, so this is what it had basically said. But now, what the reports that have been coming out today regarding Partey, with actually no contrast to what were coming out, was it last week? Because now reportedly Arsenal have been given a boost in their pursuit of Thomas Partey, but I still think he wants to come to Manchester United. But they've been given a boost because Di Marzio, who's a very reliable Italian journalist, and very, very reliable Italian journalist, he's come out and said that Atletico Madrid are willing to sell Thomas Partey if the right offer comes in. He also put any of their other players into equation as well, did Di Marzio. They'd be willing to sell any of their players if the right offer was to come in, because Di Marzio knows how much Arsenal do want Thomas Partey. But I think, Thomas Partey does want to leave Atletico Madrid anyway. And, I would definitely take him at Manchester United, because I think we've only got one defensive midfielder, and that's Nemanja Matic. So he would be an upgrade to Nemanja Matic, wouldn't he? Thomas Partey. But Atletico Madrid will want to do everything they can to try and convince him to stay, because Atletico Madrid have lost quite a few of their imperative players in recent years. Don't forget they lost Griezmann last summer. After he enjoyed 5 years with them. They lost Diego Godin, was it last summer? I think he enjoyed 9 or 10 years with them. They lost Rodri last year to Man City. There again, though, Atletico Madrid did recruit quite a few players in. They got likes of Joe Felix for £113 million. They got, Kieran Trippier, Thomas Lemar. I think they brought in Diego Costa Morata in recent years. And, Diego Simeone has been long-serving manager. He's been at Atletico Madrid now around 8.5 years or so. Don't forget, Sol Niguez, there's also been talks about him leaving. But obviously, Thomas Partey would be a much cheaper solution, because Niguez has got around a 130 million release clause in his contract with Atletico Madrid. So yeah, so that's the latest news on that. Obviously, on my video that I did this morning, of course, I give you obviously the latest news on Declan Rice, because I think in the last couple of days we've been linked with Declan Rice. Also, to Chelsea have expressed an interest in Declan Rice, and I think Arsenal have been in for Declan Rice as well. West Ham have confirmed that, they would want around £70 million for the player, but I think West Ham will try to do everything they can to try and convince Declan Rice to stay. I also give you the news, obviously, this morning on Paul Pogba as well, didn't I? I give you, the 5 midfielders that could possibly replace him if he is to leave Manchester United. So there you go. Obviously, I've been keeping up to date with what's been going on with Jack Grealish, because he's another one of our priority targets. James Maddison has been on our agenda. But there you go. But obviously, Solskjaer, has already revealed his plans, for when the summer transfer market does reopen. he's already revealed his plans as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He's revealed his plans, and obviously, he said, he does want to make around 4 signings in the summer transfer market because he believes we need around 4 signings to become title contenders next season and that. And don't forget, Solskjaer still wants to continue the policy of recruiting young players to Manchester United like he did do last summer. So I think a lot of people, do like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's transfer strategy, and he's identified the areas in the squad where he does want to strengthen up. The priority areas is a centre forward, a right winger and a midfielder. And there's still some reports emerging out saying that he does want to recommend a centre half in to the football club. But Solskjaer has got the backing of Ed Woodward, and he's also got the backing of the Glazers. Because obviously, Ed Woodward has said on numerous occasions this season that, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job is safe and stuff like that. So he's determined to back Solskjaer. So maybe Ed Woodward believes he is the foreseeable future for Manchester United. Obviously, don't forget Solskjaer came out a few weeks ago and he did say, he insists that we will exploit the transfer market when it does open. He believes we can, get the right calibre players in. We have improved in the transfer market under Solskjaer, to be fair. And what I mean is by that, we have been a bit more sensible with our recruitment. So far Solskjaer's recruited 5 players into the football club and spent around £220 million. Yeah, that's how much, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has spent. I think it did reveal before Ed Woodward came out with this statement that, Solskjaer had around 9 players on his transfer shortlist. Yes, he did in that. But yeah, that's what it had basically said. And also too, Solskjaer has got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he got recommended in to the football club. Solskjaer has been at Manchester United now for around 16 months. So he has been at the football club over a year as Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I think definitely he will be here next season. And he knows if he's given another season at the football club, he'll have many expectations to exceed. But like I've said before, I think Solskjaer does deserve at least a couple of more transfer windows to see who else he can recommend in to the football club. He does need at least a couple of more transfer windows and that. But yeah, so hopefully, we can get the right calibre players to Manchester United in the summer transfer market. Obviously, we're planning, like I said to you, we're planning to sell around 5 players in the summer transfer market. I've already gone through with you the players that I expect to leave Manchester United. I expect Phil Jones to leave because Phil Jones can't even get in the team now anyway. Phil Jones has been a long-serving player at the football club. He has been here since the Alex Ferguson era, but we have got a lot of centre-halves in the team. You've got Maguire and Lindelof that are our first-choice centre-halves. You've got Bay and Tuanzebe that are our backup centre-halves. And you've obviously, got Fossil Mentu that can play as a centre-half and stuff like that. So we've got too many centre-halves in the team, but Jones cannot get in there. So we can sell him in the summer. I think we can get maybe 10 or 12 million pounds for him. I think we'll definitely get rid of Jesse Lingard and Andres Pereira because they've been 2 liabilities for Manchester now. Well, they are liabilities for us. Lingard's lost the confidence of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and like I've said before, reflecting on the years and Lingard's status at the football club, he should be putting much more better performances out because Lingard spent, the entirety of his career with Man United. Well, he's had a few loan spells, hasn't he, with, Leicester, Birmingham, Brighton and Derby. But, Lingard's got, is it now, exactly a year left on his contract. Hasn't scored a goal in the Premier League since 2018. So it's over a year now, he hasn't scored or registered an assist. So that just indicates how inconsistent he is. Pereira, he's played regularly this season, but that's only because of the injury to Scott McTominay. But now McTominay's back, Pereira's found game time very, very difficult. Of course, Pereira's got 3 years remaining on his contract. But Pereira only became a regular last season. We'll probably, get rid of Chris Smalling and Phil Jones. Not Phil Jones, Chris Smalling and Rojo on permanent transfers because obviously, we've got Smalling on loan at Roma at the moment. He's enjoyed a very, very good start to his career with Roma. But I think Roma may not be able to get him on a permanent transfer because of their financial difficulties. But I still don't think he'll come back to Man United. I think we've said we want around 20 to 25 million if we are to get rid of him permanently. Smalling did enjoy 9 years at Man United. Very, very long-serving player he was. And Rojo is out on loan at Estudiantes. And he's like our sixth choice centre-half, so I can definitely assure he won't be coming back to the club. I think Rojo did say the other week that he wants his loan extended with Estudiantes. I think Rojo did enjoy a good, 5 or 6 years at Manchester United. So yeah, we can cash in for them players. Sanchez, obviously, finding it very, very difficult to get rid of him on a permanent transfer. Because obviously, it's reflecting on his substantial wages. Obviously his wages at Man United are 400 grand a week, rising up to 500 grand a week based on the image rights and, the bonuses and stuff like that. Obviously, despite the fact that he's on loan at Inter Milan, we're still paying, the vast majority of his wages. We're still paying him around 300 grand a week. Of course, Inter Milan are paying like the other £100,000 a week, aren't they? But he's facing a dilemma, is Sanchez, because Inter Milan are not going to get him on a permanent transfer. We don't want him back at Man United. Sanchez has got a contract with us until 2022. Sanchez did enjoy a difficult 18 months with the football club. Don't forget his international manager came out last week and said, he's enjoyed a very traumatic and torturous year. He's enjoyed a difficult time at Inter Milan and he enjoyed a difficult time at Man United. But, some people believe if Sanchez does come back, be able to rediscover the form that he produced at Arsenal and Barcelona. So there you go. But I hope we can somehow get rid of Sanchez on a permanent transfer. Don't forget there has been rumours of Diego Dalot leaving the football club possibly. We revealed our asking price. We've said we want in the £30 million range for Diego Dalot. The Portuguese press said the other week that PSG were interested in him. He's been at Man United since the summer of 2018 is Diego Dalot. We got him from Porto for 19 million. He has got a contract with us until 2023. He seldom played this season. I think he's only made one start in the Premier League because Delors had a few injuries. He is our backup right back to Wan-Bissaka because Wan-Bissaka is our first choice right back. So yeah, quite a few players I think will leave in the summer. Pogba, I can't assure anything with Pogba yet because there is still a lot of uncertainty over his future. But there's a lot of reports now saying that he still wants to leave Man United, and like I said, I think he'll go to Madrid or Juventus if he does leave the football club in the summer, or maybe some people would still give Paul Pogba another season at the football club because he's only played 8 times this season, so I can't really have a perception on him, because he's had a few injuries throughout the course of this season as Paul Pogba. But there you go. But like I said, Solskjaer is our 4th permanent manager since the Alex Ferguson era. And, we have sacked 3 managers since the Alex Ferguson era, even though, we're not really known for a sacking football club. Now, of course, the managers we've sacked, obviously, we sacked David Moyes. David Moyes enjoyed 89 months with the football club. Obviously, we knew he was never going to be the right man for Manchester United. But, Ferguson was at the fault for ever recommending David Moyes in. But the main explanation at the time why I recommended him in is because they was both Scottish. And we actually finished 7th under the David Moyes era. And I think that's the lowest we've finished in the Premier League era. Actually, we did finish 6th last season. So, we finished low last season. So Moyes got sacked after 89 months. And obviously, Van Gaal came in. Didn't work out under him. Van Gaal enjoyed 2 years at Manchester United, did win the FA Cup though. And obviously after him, Jose Mourinho came in. And Mourinho enjoyed 2.5 years at Manchester United. Did win 2 trophies in his first season, but again, didn't work out under him. So yeah, we haven't really got the structure to keep sacking managers and that. But we have been playing catch-up for the last 6 or 7 years. Like I said, we've had managers with different philosophies. We spent nearly close to the £1 billion range on recruiting players in. We've recruited over 30-odd players in since the Alex Ferguson era. Yes, we have recruited a hell of a lot of players in. And we haven't dominated football since the Alex Ferguson era. Ferguson enjoyed 26, 27 years at Manchester United. Had 20-odd years of success. But didn't win out in his first 4 years, when he got recommended into the football club from Aberdeen back in 1986 and that. But won around 38 trophies under the Alex Ferguson era. But I don't think Solskjaer will replicate Ferguson's legacy, but no manager will replicate Alex Ferguson's legacy. So let's just put that into the equation. But I just think we need to stick with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer for now. If it doesn't work out next season, that's when I would get rid of him. Solskjaer has got around 2 years remaining now on his Manchester United contract. But we have enjoyed our worst start ever to a Premier League season for 30 years. I've obviously outlined already, the few reasons, what saved Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's job, because I think, we've got a good reputation of promoting the youth, because Solskjaer's promoted the youth very, very well this season. Our record against the Big Six sides has also been very, very good. We've registered like 17 points against the Big Six sides this season. We are unbeaten in our last 11 games in all competitions. I still don't think Solskjaer knows his best formation as yet, and that's something he does need to address out. But there you go. But I've got to make an admission, a lot of players have improved under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's guidance. Rashford's done well, Martial, Fred, he's been given his opportunities. Luke Shaw, I've also been very, very impressed with him. And they did all enjoy a difficult time under the Jose Mourinho era, let's be honest. They all did enjoy a very, very difficult time under the Jose Mourinho era and that. But like I said, we will see what happens. We'll be doing another video soon. Drop me comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always. And take care. God bless. And I'll see you all again very, very soon.